Now, I'm ready to go back to Photoshop. So I'm going to create a brand new web large canvas. There we go. Next, I'm going to go to File, Place Embedded, and look for my pictures. I'm going to start with the dog. Great. Now I'm going to scale him up so he's a little bit bigger. And I'm going to hit my check mark. Next, I'm going to bring in the picture of my dust mop. File, Place Embedded, and here's my dust mop. Going to scale him up just a little bit and hit my check mark. Now I need to mask out the dust mop from the background. So we're going to try the object selection tool and see what we can get. Pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and hit my mask button on the bottom of my layer panel to see what kind of result I get. This isn't terrible, but it could be a little bit better. We have a big gaping hole right here that actually I think would work pretty well for the dog's paw. The problem I see here is that my product, or my dust mop, is facing the wrong way. So if I want to change that, I can select my layer, go to Edit, Transform, Flip Horizontal. There we go. Now I will get my Move tool, turn on Show Transform Controls, and scale him down. Then I can place him where he wants to go, or where I want it to go. Great. Now I can use the same technique we used last time about duplicating layers to do the same thing. And I can move all 4 of my layers into position. It looks like I'm going to have a little bit of trouble because this one needs to go behind this leg right here. So what I can do is select the mask on this layer, grab my paintbrush tool, and make sure I have a solid black color selected. Then I'm going to zoom in very close and paint out where the leg should cover up the dust mop. If I make a mistake, I can switch to a white color to paint the mask back in. Now, if I want to change the color of the dust mops, it's pretty easy to do. We're going to use adjustment layers. If we look at the very bottom of our screen, in our layers panel, there's a little circle that is half black and half white. If we click it, we can see we get a whole lot of different selections or things we can work with. We want to go to Hue and Saturation. Here, this adjustment layer is going to affect every layer below it. So we can take these sliders up here and move them around to change the color of everything in our scene. If we only want to affect the layer below it, we need to hold Alt on our keyboard or Option on Mac and move our mouse right in between the 2 layers. Then we click. And we can see we get a down arrow only tying this to the layer below it. Then we can go change the color again, and you can see how it only affects the one. Once we get a color we like, let's say a bright red, something that looks pretty cool, we can then duplicate this layer by right-clicking, going to Duplicate, moving it down, and applying it to the bottom layer. There. So now we have our dog with our dust mop, and our dust mops are all different colors. We can always go back and adjust if we want our dust mops to be different colors. And we can make this look any way we want.